Namaskar, greetings, and gratitude. I welcome you all to another Inspirational Star Talks episode number 90. And today, on the hot seat with me is Miss C. Mangalam Senthil. How are you, Mangalam?
I'm very well, thank you. How have you been?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much. I welcome you to the
Thank you
Star
so much.
Talks.
Thank you so much for having me on your show today.
Thank you, thank you. My pleasure. Honored. C. Mangalam Senthil is a story enthusiast, a TEDx speaker, a column fanatic, a professional storyteller, and a storytelling coach. Mangalam believes that everyone, everywhere is telling stories all the time, and that a world of possibilities opens up with stories. That is so good.
Yes.
For her, stories are more than just entertainment. They educate, heal, transform, and inspire. How beautiful, how beautiful. Mangalam, what is column fanatic?
Okay. So, kolam is a Tamil word. Uh, it is wherein we place a series of dots and then we take the lines around each of the dot. We ensure that all the dots get uh, covered. It's a very visual art form, and kolam was initially started many ages before. They say sage Agastya's wife Lopamudra, when he had to do a sacrifice on the sacrificial stage, she started drawing designs, and they say that's how kolam started emerging. And a kolam is so therapeutic. It actually calms your mind. It improves your memory, and it's great. Every morning, my day starts with drawing a kolam. So it's a gratitude to Mother Earth because we walk on her. Our very existence is on that, and we walk, dance, stamp, spit, whatnot. We do everything on her. So kolam is a visual prayer saying our gratitude to Mother Earth. So dots are
So beautiful.
placed, and then lines are drawn circling all the dots. That is basically column in short.
Beautiful, very beautiful. And you are a TEDx speaker. How
I
did
teach,
that happen?
yes. So I teach columns for children, so because it helps them in their memory, concentration, and I use it also with adults because it helps you develop a very calm about yourself, and it improves concentration. And it's proven that. Dementia doesn't come for the people who actually practice putting a column daily.
Okay, wonderful, very beautiful, very nice. And you are a TEDx speaker. How did that happen?
Yeah, so I was giving a presentation on the importance of storytelling to a group of people, and from amongst that group, one person was actually a person who initiated TEDx talks. So he invited me, and that is how my first TEDx talk happened. The second TEDx talk happened during the pandemic. Thanks to the storytelling sessions which I did, again they picked me up from there to do the second one. Yes. So
Wonderful, so
storytelling
wonderful.
led me to the times.
Great, great. So, what inspired you to start telling stories and writing also?
So, as you rightly pointed out, stories are not just for entertainment, they do so much more to the brain and to us. So, they heal, they inspire, and they do wonders to the human being. So, I grew up listening to a lot of stories from my mother, my grandfather, my grandfather's friend, and my cousins. I grew up in a joint family. So I had the privilege of getting to listen to a lot of stories. And I had the happiness of passing on the stories to my nephews and nieces also. So there is always a joy in sharing stories. I feel uh, it's like a love. I mean, you can give, but it will be there with you also. So it is actually heart to heart, and even if you give, it's there with you also. It's there with the other person also. I started using stories for all my training sessions. I begin my story sessions with stories, and after my daughter came, I began telling stories to her. Slowly, her friends joined, and before I knew, I was telling stories to many people.
This is so nice. Interesting. Very nice. Thank you. So, Mangalam, which part of the storytelling process excites you the most? Plotting, the character development, or the word building?
So I would say the character study, because that's the most important part in a story. The character is the heartbeat, I would say, to the story. Uh, so it's very interesting to understand the character, because each character comes with their own his or her own personalities and fears, desires, dreams, aspirations, strengths, weaknesses. So that's what actually makes a character so very interesting, and actually that decides how the character will respond to a particular conflict or whatever the character is going to face, because the same situation can lead to different responses by different characters. Say for example, it's raining. So one character, one boy, say for example, he might love eating ice creams during the time of rains. But for another one, they would love to enjoy hot bhajis or samosas. For another one, the very thought of rain might lead them to think of doctors and injections and medicines and runny nose. So, and for another one, rain might symbolize freedom and dancing in the rain. So, the rain being the same, the way each character responds is very, very different. So, I believe character study is the most important thing before we start telling a story, because only then we can do justice to the character and to the story we are telling.
Absolutely correct. So, Mangalam, in what ways do you balance your structure, the plot, with spontaneity?
So plot is the backbone. So if character is the heartbeat, plot is the backbone. It's the skeleton framework around which the entire story happens. And the spontaneity is like, I would say, like the breath. It is very in the moment types. So spontaneity comes as we are telling the story, as the teller is telling the story. Uh, the spontaneity happens, and it gets the audience also involved in the story. The beauty about the spontaneity coming in storytelling is that the same story uh, rendered another time will be different from how it was rendered previously. Each time, as the audience change, uh, the way the story is being rendered will also change. The way the audience are getting involved actually changes. So in the crowd, say there is a boy wearing a red t-shirt, and so the crow is going to flying fast to protect her eggs from the snake. So all the animals are cheering the crow, saying, "Fly faster, fly faster, fly faster." And as the crow was flying, this little boy in the red t-shirt looked up and he also said, yes, crow, fly, 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 faster, 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 faster. So suddenly they are also part of the story, and now everyone has an interest in the story. Everyone really wishes and hopes that the crow actually reaches before the snake goes and attacks her eggs. And the beauty is that the same story, if told even the next hour or to a different audience, it's different. Because in schools, I have had the experience of doing the same story. So for grade 1 and 2, usually I pick up the same story. So 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, all four would be the way it came out would be very different.
Very nice. Good. So, spontaneity matters, yes.
Very much. Like how much breath is important for us. Like
Yeah,
though heartbeat and backbone are the skeletal system is needed, the breath is what makes it so very beautiful.
absolutely, absolutely. So, looking back now, what has been your biggest breakthrough moment?
Okay. Initially, I started off telling only authored tales, folk tales, mythology. That's how I started off. But I think getting to understand storytelling in depth and actually breakthrough types, I would say, was when I started sharing personal stories. So even like small, vulnerable, very small incidents, and then connecting actually made a lot of difference. I could see that there was a lot of impact on the audience, and there was more connect actually, and it was more authentic. Because it was my story that I was sharing, a piece of my life which I was opening out to them. So when I started sharing personal stories, I think I started looking at storytelling also in from a different perspective.
Wonderful. Thank you. Great. So, Mangalam, if you could invite three characters of your stories to dinner, who would they be and why?
Very, 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 very difficult question because you've restricted it to just three.
No,
Uh,
no, you can call as
all the
many.
characters.
Hmm.
So all the characters of my story I love because I mean you tell stories which you really like and which actually connect to you. You might be reading n number of stories, but the ones which you feel a connect is what you pick up to tell. So all the characters in all the stories which I've told I really like. uh, but given this wonderful opportunity by you, Preeti, I would first call Krishna. So, why Krishna? Because I like the way he sees at the picture from a bird's eye point of view. He sees the whole picture. That's something I really like.
Okay.
And another character whom I would like to call, her name is Tulka Nachiyar. Okay, so
Okay.
she is a Muslim devotee of Lord Vishnu.
Okay.
When
Great.
the Sultanate army from Delhi came and they looted the temple of Sri Rangam down south, and they carried all the wealth and the idols. Uh, she took the idol of Lord Vishnu or Lord Ranganatha, and she started playing with the idol. It was her doll, so she used to dress up the doll, she used to feed the doll, she used to give a bath to the doll. She used to like actually be full time with the doll. And when the people from Sri Rangam they reached North India and they took the idol and came, she could not bear that separation, and she came from Delhi behind them, and she came to Sri Rangam, and she actually merged with the Lord over there. So. Very interesting. So in Sri Rangam, even now there is the Naivedya or the Prasad. There is one time is roti and butter and sugar, like unlike the South Indian Prasad that is also being offered to the god. So I would really like to ask Tulika Nachiyar what actually attracted her to the idol. There were so many other things also there, jewels and precious stones and so many other things. But what actually attracted her to that idol?
Oh, sweet. So sweet. Wonderful. Wonderful. And my last
And
question.
then I would like to, okay, third person I've not told.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I just remembered. Yes, the third person is left. Yes, yes, yes. Your third character. Yeah.
My third character, I have many actually. Yeah, I would like to invite Queen Sukhadevi, who actually ruled over the province of Banki in present Orissa.
Okay.
So her husband was being killed in a battle by the king of Korda, and she, in order to avenge her husband's death and in order to protect her citizens, she waged a war against Korda, which was a much bigger and powerful kingdom. She won the battle, and she got the king of Korda as captive and brought him to her court. And all the people and all the ministers and soldiers, everyone were just telling her to behead the king of Korda, because actually he had done a grave mistake uh, to have killed her husband for another reason, which was actually not justified. So everyone were telling her very repeatedly to slay his head. And the king of Korda also was standing with his head down in shame. That is when she said, "O king of Korda, I forgive you. I am going to release you. Uh, all I want is that no more war and bloodshed again happens between Korda." So that was a big thing. Her husband was wrongly killed in a battle, and she forgave him, and she said there'll be no more battles. So I think she's truly an inspiration. I love her. So I would definitely call her also. And many more are there.
Wonderful, wonderful. My last question to you for the day. What's that one story you haven't told yet, but feel compelled to someday? You can narrate it to us right now. That one story. And we are meeting here on the occasion of Independence Day. So if you have any story for us, so not letting a
Sure,
storyteller go without telling
definitely.
us a story.
So the story which I've not told yet, but I would definitely love to tell is Queen Gandhari's story from Mahabharata. I feel, I mean, as I mentioned, character study is very, very important. Her character is very, very interesting because there are so many layers to her character. The sacrifice she did, the pain she underwent, the sorrow she got by seeing her sons take the path of destruction, the remorse she felt that she couldn't do anything about what her brother and her sons were doing, and in the end the agony and the pain that came out and cursed Krishna. The mother's love, duty towards husband, and a sense of being righteous and doing justice to the kingdom of Hastinapur, being its queen. So many, so many, so many layers, and she was getting pulled in all these sides. And in the end, the anguish she had when she lost all her sons. So that is a story which I would really, really want to share somewhere, but I've not done that till date.
Nice, so nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that story with us. And thank you for coming on this Independence Day here with us. And thank you. Thank you for telling us your story. Thank you so much.
It was an absolute pleasure talking with you, Preeti, and thank you so much for having me on Star Talks, and letting me
And
share my stories about stories.
that's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, my
Thank you.
dear audience, for being with us in this lovely chat today. I will come back with another personality who has inspired my life. Jai Hind to all of you.
Happy Independence Day and Jai Hind.
Happy Independence Day.